Hey everyone, this is Lomi, and today I'm sharing an extra special arrival. A few weeks ago, I made the decision to sell Sophie, my Mystic Kids Lillian. It was difficult because I absolutely loved her, but after I bought her just to have a slim mini to sew for, I found myself neglecting my character dolls in favor of easy projects that didn't have to fit in with their stories. This year, I decided my first priority would be my stories, and I wanted to apply that to my dolls too. So because she didn't have a place in my books, I decided to let her go. The last thing I expected was to take that money and immediately buy another doll. But after years of watching and searching, the doll I never thought I'd have came up for sale secondhand. I had just sold Sophie for almost the exact amount I needed for him. He's just arrived, neatly packaged, and I can't wait to finally see him. I had hoped to find him on the slimmer, stylish body, but I guess the muscular body is fine since he'll almost always be clothed. Here he is, my Grail doll, a long discontinued Lottie doll blue line Ray Christopher. He's in beautiful condition despite his age. Though his face-up is damaged, it's the original company face-up, and I'm surprised it's held up this well. One of my favorite parts of the Lottie blue line is the hands, which I've always thought were beautifully sculpted for both their male and female dolls. Sculpting like this is a lot more common now, but it was really unusual back when this doll was new. He's actually the oldest doll in my collection now. I'll unwrap all the pieces to inspect their condition, then I'll wash him up. Even though I'm sure his resin color has mellowed through the years, he's still pretty peachy. Rhyllyn is a lot more yellow than this guy, but that may be because it took Ipplhouse a long time to stabilize their color formulas. Many of the early Ipplhouse dolls turned green as they aged, and Rhyllyn definitely has a greenish-yellow cast compared to this doll. Here's his certificate of authenticity. As you can see, this doll was completed on May 18th, 2009. That means he'll be 9 years old this year. He's a little less than a year older than Rhyllyn, which is funny to me since, as a character, this doll will basically be Rhyllyn's little brother. It's so strange to finally see his face in person. He was an uncommon doll even when still in production, so there weren't many owner photos. The shape of his chin and the asymmetry of his face weren't things I'd seen clearly before, and I don't know how I feel about them now. My taste in dolls has also changed some since I fell in love with this sculpt. I don't know if I would be as crazy about this doll if he were new, but I still love the soft shape of his eyes, the curve of his upper lip, and I think his nose is adorable. It's kind of surreal to see him after all this time. Hopefully after I give him a new face-up, he'll look more like what I always imagined my finished doll would. I'm kind of glad his original face-up is damaged, because now I won't feel bad about removing it. I'll string him up for a quick look, but I think he'll need a lot of work. New elastic for sure, S-hooks for his hands and feet, and probably hot glue sueding to help with posing. I won't bore you with restringing now, but if that's something you're interested in having me share in a future video, let me know. I'm happy to cover as much of the project as people are interested in seeing. There's also full customization to think about, which might include custom sculpting parts. I'll have to think about whether or not I want to tackle that. With how much difficulty Rhyllyn's parts gave me, it may be easier to just find a different doll to hybrid parts from. But I'll be sure to document whatever I end up doing, since I'll be experimenting a lot and probably doing some new things. Once he's all together, I can't help but think that his sweet face looks a little silly on such a muscular body. But it can always be switched out, and right now I'm just happy to finally have him here. So yeah, there you have it. Meet Rhyllyn. We've got a long road of customization ahead of us, but hopefully you'll stick around to watch it happen. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Bye.